Are you about to start using Mounjaro, Wegovy, Ozempic, anything like that? This is my cheat sheet. These are things that I wish I knew before I started taking my Mounjaro jab 2-3 weeks ago. The needle doesn't hurt. So many people in all of the forums and all of the Reddit threads and stuff like that focus on the needle. The whole idea of jabbing yourself with something rather than, your medication for taking pills and stuff. The needle is tiny. Not only is it like short, but it's like hairline thin, and you don't even feel it when it goes in. It's not like a normal like flu jab or anything like that. You honestly can't feel it. And when I jab mine in my belly, but some people do it in your arm, or you can do it in your thigh. Just focus on, the most obvious place for you. I've got a 4-year-old that climbs on me all the time. So my knee, my thighs just wasn't an option. And then you work your way round and keep moving it. Don't put it in the same place. As long as you focus on what you're doing, you do all the tests, you make sure the liquid's out the top and you squeeze it and there's no air bubbles, then you'll be fine. And I promise you, it becomes something that's easier and easier the more you do it. Side effects. I've only had a few. My initial side effects were within the first 20-30 minutes of me taking a jab, I'll have like a headache. But it's not like a massive headache. It's like a 1 out of 10. It's like really minor. It's just kind of a case of your body adjusting to, oh, okay, this is in here now. Think of it like I've had slightly too much caffeine headache. And yes, constipation is a thing. But for me, it hasn't been chronic. It's just my body's like, hey, you need a poo. And then you just don't. I then drink a load of water and then give it an hour or so and it's not a problem anymore. Or I kind of cheat. I think I've got some form of lactose intolerance or a mild intolerance. So I'll have something milky or cheesy and then it solves itself. Hunger pangs. Now, I've done many weight lossy things over time, whether it was going to the gym, whether it was counting calories. I even tried the soups and shakes diet that's the NHS, where you've got like powdered stuff. I've even got the little shaker here. There you go. And you put powder in and you put like a pint's worth of water and then you shake it around and then you drink it down. It tastes okay-ish. The problem with the soups and shake diet is that's all you get. And I would find after I've had my shake, I'd be craving just something solid, something to eat, some substance. But with these jabs, because I'm able to eat food and take the jabs, I don't have that. I'm empty and my stomach's churning through lack of something. So the benefit with these jabs is that there isn't really any hunger pangs. In fact, if you feel a hunger pang or an urge to eat, that's actually your body saying, hey, you might actually want to eat. So you don't really need to have to ignore it that much because the rest of the time, in all honesty, you're not really thinking about food. Some people are worried about the whole Ozempic face type thing. I lose weight on my face straight away anyway with any diet. It's like the first few pounds of anything always comes off on my face, and then the last few pounds always goes back on my face. I feel that I've become a little bit more contoured around the face in the last 2-3 weeks. Just at the start of this jab. Hopefully over time I can, do the whole thing where the face becomes like that. That's me, leaning away from a double chin. But you've got to think that at the end of the day, you're going to be losing weight. You're going to be losing weight quite quickly. So there will be elements where you're a little bit floppier. But I haven't noticed much. But to be fair, I haven't lost much at this point. I'm quite early in my journey. And I feel that I'd much rather have stuff that I need to tone up in the long run than medical healthcare issues in 2-3 years' time where I've just kept the weight on. One of the biggest pluses I found on this journey is that you're not alone. You may feel that you made the decision alone, but if you go to Reddit and you look for men on the pen, men on triceratide, Mounjaro UK, Mounjaro support, and there's many other, not just Mounjaro, Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, and everything like that. There are people there that are truly sharing their story, that are truly positive, that are truly honestly giving their life advice based on their experiences. And they've been so kind. I'll post a comment or I'll post a question and I'll get responses. And I know they're from people that are on the jab or they'll reply to my video here. And it's really helped me a lot because that way, yes, only you can control what's in your face. If you have a question, the community is there. It's that old saying that a village raises a child and a village raises good people. at the end of the day, why not communicate with the people that are on the same journey with you? You can help them, they can help you. It's the reason why I've made this channel. One, to hold me accountable, because if I'm making videos, then I've made it public that I'm trying to do this. And two, hopefully I can answer some of the questions that you're worried about. Hence this video and the other, I don't know, 10, 12 videos that might already be on the channel. Food cravings. I used to go through a pattern where I would binge a lot of takeaways. I'd either work a lot throughout the day, and then in the evening I couldn't be bothered to cook, or I'd want to cook, but my partner wasn't in the mood to have anything cooked, or she'd want something naughty. And, you know, if she's having something naughty, I'll have something naughty, or I'll eat good throughout the day. And then it's not necessarily the eating, it's the snacking that was the killer, in which I'd start snacking at 8 and I'd graze until 10, 11 o'clock at night, and then I'd go to bed on a full stomach. The good thing with this jab is that I don't have those urges to snack. I'm still eating 2-3 times a day, but I don't have the urge for a burger. I don't have the urge for a pizza. Me and my partners agreed like 1 takeaway a week, when, we'll be honest, it used to be easily 4-5 times a week. Whether it was a Greg's in the morning, whether it was a middle of the day kind of thing, whether it was an evening pizza or something. Now I look forward to my 1 takeaway at the weekend, and that 1 takeaway isn't 4 or 5 Chinese dishes. I've actively found myself leaning towards the better choices. I'm finding myself actively choosing to eat more salad, actively choosing to, instead of go for, you know, prawn balls and chips, I'm going for the chicken and broccoli. Why? Because it tastes nice. I don't know if it's a placebo effect. I don't know if it's because I'm on the jab. It gives me half a second more to think, hey, come on, don't waste this opportunity. Or just that my body's like, hey, you're not eating as much, so salad, that's got some nice nutrients. Just, it's that thing where if you haven't eaten something for a while, the next thing you eat is the best tasting thing in the world. And because of the appetite suppressant nature of this jab, the things that I'm eating taste so much better. I'm not wanting to stuff my face with crap, and I'm craving the good things over the bad things. I'm sleeping better. I think it's because I'm not going to bed on a full stomach. It's because I'm drinking more water. It means that I don't have leftover energy in my body, so therefore it wakes me up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Because I'm not going to bed on a full stomach, I'm not needing to eliminate at 3-4-5 o'clock in the morning. It means my body's at rest. It's less inflamed. It's feeling better. And because I'm not consuming as many calories, maybe it's allowing it to rest as well. One thing I would say is that you do definitely need to focus on drinking more fluids. Me doubly so. I used to drink 5 or 6 cans of Coke a day. Diet Coke, don't get me wrong, but I was absolutely hammering those, and that would be my fluid intake. I then switched to caffeine-free, which certainly helped because it's less of a diuretic, but it was still that sweet thing that I'd had to slam very quickly. I now drink much more water, and I've also got electrolyte packets that help me a lot to not only get water in, but retain more of that fluid. The more you drink, the more you can eliminate properly without the constipation. As noted previously, it helps clear the brain, because most of the headaches, in all honesty, if you get any, it's purely down to dehydration. So I always make sure that this is near me just in case I need it. Addictions. Now, I've never really had a serious problem. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, unless you really truly count caffeine. But even then, as I said, I've knocked it on the head the last 2 months, even before taking the jab. But those cravings, that addiction that I had for the caffeine in the Coke, or the takeaways for comfort food, those addiction like hallmarks have completely disappeared. I've gone from drinking 4 or 5 cans of Coke a day to 1, 2 at most. I'm not even craving it. I used to have this bad habit that I'd go down in the morning, I'd make myself a sandwich, I'd come up, because I work in my office, I'd come up with, 2 or 3 cans of Coke, and then I'd go down in the middle of the day to make my lunch, and I'd come up with another 2 cans of Coke, and then in the evening, if they were there, I'd just slam them. I'd buy them in bulk. I'd buy them in like 24 packs on Amazon, and I could go through 24 cans of Coke in pretty much a week. But I'm not having that problem. I'm not having that addiction, that craving. I think that's generally what the jab helps you with. You can control your needs through willpower alone, but this jab helps the willpower because it's not having to, instead of the willpower battling constantly with 8 or 9 out of 10s when it comes to urgency, it dials down the request. So although you're still having I could have, instead of it being 8, 9 out of 10s on strength, it's a 5 out of 10 or a 4 out of 10. And those are easier to shrug off. And if you're shrugging off enough of them, you're eating healthier, you're moving more, you're feeling more energetic, you're losing that weight, which is also a motivator. At the time that I'm recording this, I'm 7 pounds down after 2 weeks. I'm about to do my weigh-in for week 3. I have no idea when I upload this. I bulk record them to help. But I'm feeling much more motivated, much healthier within, and I feel supported by the communities in my comment section. Tell me how you are doing. Are you about to start? Have you started? Have you been on it for a while? Let me know. Is there anything that you feel that newbies should know before they take the jab? Leave it in the comment section down below, and I might even make a video about it. I'm Alan. I'm losing it. Are you?